Hey guys, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to my channel. It's Dami here. Dami Days, Dami, whichever one you prefer. It's been forever and a day since I came back here on YouTube to film. People who constantly post content, like, they deserve every round of applause. It takes a lot to do so, but we're still learning, you know, we're still on this journey together, so bear with me. So today's video is going to be different. It's going to be different because usually we're all about the hair and the makeup and, you know, the outward appearance, you know, how to keep yourself together, how to take care of yourself, your skin, you know, all that stuff. I believe, you know, complete wellness, you know, comes from within as well. So not just your hair, not just your makeup, but also, you know, what's going on inside your body. Well, I do study pharmacy, so what goes on inside the body is quite crucial to my course as well. So it's kind of part of something that I have to learn. It's one thing to say, oh guys, let's be healthy, let's eat healthy, New Year resolution, we're gonna eat salads. And it's another thing to actually follow it up and to actually know why you want to do that and why that's important for your body. Are we clear? So we're not going to go into too much, you know, jargon, too much detail. We're just going to scrape the surface, because I believe I learned this week that if you know the why of something, if you understand the why of why you want to do something, then it's easier for you to embark on that journey. You know, it's easier for you to face challenges on that journey. If you want to pick up a new habit, understanding why you want to do that is very important. I'm going to become vegetarian just because I want to try it out, which is not a bad reason, which is not, but some things, you know, long-term habits require quite a lot of discipline, I'd say. So I believe for you to, you know, go through that long-term of discipline and make it into a habit, you have to understand your why. We all have our days, but mostly I believe, you know, once you accommodate it into your routine and make it part of you, it won't be so difficult for you to follow through. So all parts of you follow through. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? That was a good one. You know, I don't believe that food should be something of torture. I feel like everybody that's eating should enjoy what they eat, you know, whether it is healthy or not, whether you're doing it for the short time or not. I believe it's just something that you should enjoy. You should dive in with so much joy. I love when I see food. I love when I see when food is looking nice and it tastes nice as well. So if you don't like broccoli, make broccoli in the way that you like it, and still you'd get your nutrients. Are we understanding each other? Okay, I hope we are. You know, why are you eating broccoli? Not just because broccoli is a vegetable, but I want you to try and understand how it has an impact on your body. So when you're eating that broccoli, or when you're eating that fruit or whatnot, you know that, you know, yes, my body is gaining life, is gaining nutrients from this thing, you know, it's not a waste. For today's video, we are going to talk about iron. Iron as a nutrient, as its own mineral nutrient. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist. This is just information I found online and my lecture notes, really. If you need proper advice, please go to your doctor. If you have any illness, any serious or minor ailments, please go to your doctor, go to your pharmacist. We are not there yet. So I'm just going to give you a few pointers as to why iron is important for your body. But iron in this video would be referred to as a mineral nutrient in your body that your body needs to make hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is an iron containing protein in your body that carries oxygen around your body. So imagine not having iron, your production of hemoglobin is going to be affected, whether it's decreased, whether it's not working efficiently, but it's going to be affected. And when that's affected, that means the oxygen that is being carried around your body to supply all your organs is also going to be affected and most likely reduced. Your body actually does not make iron. So most of the iron has to come from your food. So imagine not knowing this, and you think one of the most essential nutrients in your body should be able to make that. But no, my body doesn't make iron, your body doesn't make iron. So therefore, we have to make sure that we are we're consuming iron-rich foods, or at least our daily supply of iron. But your body also doesn't absorb iron efficiently. There are two types of iron I'm going to be talking about. So there's the heme iron, and then there's the non-heme iron. The heme iron is what comes from your meat and your animal. So all your meat, your liver, your chicken, your beef, those are the heme iron, strictly animal-based iron. And then you have the non-heme iron, which is plant and some animal, but it's mostly plant-based iron. And those ones are actually the ones that are not absorbed efficiently. The heme iron is absorbed better. Iron that you get from meat is absorbed a lot better than iron that you get from plants. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't eat iron in plants. Obviously, they're vegetarians, they're vegans. To help the non-heme iron absorb better in your body, you have to encourage it to absorb. If that makes sense. It's not that it can't be absorbed, you just need to give it a little bit of help. Non-heme irons absorb better when vitamin C is present. You wouldn't want to pair it with something that contains tannins, for example, because tannins actually inhibit the absorption of iron in your body. Tannins inhibit the absorption of iron. Calcium inhibits the absorption of iron. And when I say iron, I mean the non-heme iron, okay? Heme iron, nothing really affects them. They're good. We are non-heme irons now, so plant-based and some animal-based irons. So calcium inhibits, so tannins is found in your coffee, in your tea. So if you're eating an iron-rich food that is a non-heme iron, so from plants and vegetables, and you pair it with like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, then know that you're actually not going to get as much nutrients. Most things that actually inhibit non-heme irons are things that are actually essential for your body. So things like calcium, we need calcium, our bones need calcium. There are certain foods that contain iron and vitamin C. So these are things like your broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. Broccoli contains iron and vitamin C. So the vitamin C that's contained in broccoli is going to help you absorb that iron. Spinach contains a whole lot of iron as well as vitamin C. Kale, you don't have to go all crazy, but just having this little, surface knowledge of it would just help you absorb your nutrients better if you're taking in your nutrients. And if you aren't, it would help you understand why you should, maybe take a step into making sure that these nutrients are part of your diet, because to eat well is to live well. It's only you that can really take care of your body. Your liver contains a huge amount of iron. I know some people might be like, ugh, liver, but liver actually tastes really good. You should try it if you haven't tried it out. And it contains a whole lot of iron. So now we're thinking, why do I have to actually eat this iron? Like I already said, it's important for it to make hemoglobin in your body. And if you don't have enough iron, that means you become iron deficient. And when you become iron deficient, it can lead to anemia. Your oxygen isn't reaching certain organs, which means that you're probably going to be tired a lot. You're probably going to feel dizzy a lot. You're going to have headaches. Sometimes you can also experience some hair loss, and this is with anemia. So we're not going to go to anemia. That's anemia. We don't need anemia. So we're trying to prevent ourselves from getting there. Boys under the age of 18 need about 11.3 milligrams of iron a day. Girls need about 14.3, and men and women above 19 men need about 8.7, and women need about 14.3. I don't know if you were listening, but boys need 11 point something thereabout, and men need about 8.7 thereabout. So as you actually get older as a male, you don't need as much iron. Why is that? Why do you think that is? Why? As a child, when I say a boy, I mean people under the age of 18. Your body is still growing. Your body needs iron so it can supply It can produce hemoglobin. It can supply your organs with oxygen that they need to grow. And obviously when you now become a man, when you're fully grown, your body doesn't require you to have as much iron. But as a woman, as a girl, you need 14.3 milligrams of iron per day, and as a woman you need the exact same amount. So in comparison to a male, the requirements of iron in a woman, in a female, does not decrease until you're 50. What happens at 50, guys? 50, we get menopause, so we're not bleeding as much, you know. But before that, we bleed so much and we're losing a lot of blood. Therefore, we're losing a lot of iron. So we need to make sure, ladies, that we are eating iron-rich food. A female is going to get pregnant. Not everybody wants to get pregnant, but most people will tend to carry a child. And because you're carrying a child, that's why iron is very important when you're pregnant, because, you know, most of your iron is being passed to your baby, because your baby needs to grow, your baby needs oxygen, so you need to take in a whole lot of iron. But so that's for pregnant women. But for a woman as a whole, without, you know, pregnancy or anything, because of menstruation, you do need a lot more iron. The audience group at risk of, you know, iron deficiency are mostly infants, children, and females and women, because like I said, infants, they need it to grow, and women need it because they're losing a lot of blood. So if you're also a blood donor, if you donate blood often, then, you know, they would tell you, obviously, if you're allowed to donate blood, then you probably have a good amount of iron. But you also need to make sure that you're topping up and keeping on top of your iron-rich foods, because you're giving blood away, you're losing a lot of iron. And saying all of this, too much of anything can make you sick. Too much of anything is not good for you. I don't really believe in supplements unless, you know, your doctor or you've been advised to by a healthcare professional. But don't go around taking supplements if you don't have to. Most of your nutrients are in the food you eat, so make sure you're just consuming the right foods and you'll be good. Because if you take too much of iron, then, you know, there are adverse effects, side effects that can occur that is not quite pretty. I've tried to get information from credible sources, but like I said, don't take my word for it. This is just what I'm sharing on, you know, my platform. What you eat affects how you feel today, how you feel on the daily, how you will feel tomorrow, how you feel in the future. And we all want to feel great, okay? So let's eat well, let's take care of our body, and I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys have any additional pointers that you want to add, please put it in the comments below and let's have a discussion, and tell me what nutrients I should talk about next, what topic I should talk about next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Pardon my manners, I should have said that at the start, but Happy New Year, guys, and I hope 2019 brings us a lot more, basically.